Testing one, two, and we are live. A little bit hot there, a little bit hot. Hey, how's everybody doing today? Happy Saturday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in this fine world. I appreciate you for being here on a weekly basis. This is episode 113. That's right, more than 2 years of talking Splinterlands on Saturday morning. Well, morning here in Eastern time. I'm sure I'm visited by people from around the world, so I appreciate your time. I know how it goes. I work with people all around the world, and I know how hard it is to schedule a meeting with various people from different parts of the world, so this is very similar. So I appreciate it, especially if you're up in the middle of the night to listen to me. Lots of things going on. I've been doing various things within Splinterlands, so obviously we have the new campaign mode, which came out this last week. I was a little bit busy this week. I had it was a personal medical type thing going on right at the point in time where the campaign mode came out. So I wasn't able to take part in it for a couple days, but I did put out a video last night. And just a heads up, that may be referenced later in this show. But for now, let's check out who's in chat. Let's see here. Crypto Beaver's here. Welcome to the Beaver. Gathering the Magic is here. Welcome, Gathering. Says, good morning. Campaign mode is here. The first step towards a fully developed PvE game mode that has been the missing piece of Splinterlands. Yeah, Gathering and myself, and probably, I think the two of us were the ones that have been talking about this the most over the last couple of years. And a lot of people, I don't know if you gave it a lot of weight, but I felt that, and I agreed with Gathering, that this was something that was needed. And they kind of, I don't like that phrase, killed two birds with one stone, but kind of tackled two problems with one kind of mode. And that is updating the tutorial for the game, making it better, and also bringing in a PvE mode, which is the storyline. I've said this in various videos. I love the idea. I like these ideas of, lots of games we play these days have this thing where it encourages people to log in on a daily, weekly, monthly basis and take part in a story mode and work through the story or work through the puzzles or what the challenges, whatever they are, and then get some sort of prizes for them. A lot of games charge a little bit for them. I'm not against that. There's a lot of games where I'll pay a few bucks a month, whatever, to take part in the story mode, to get that new portion of the story and to work through and get that cool card or whatever else. I love that idea. I think it's I really think it's a plus for both of us, meaning plus for the player and plus for the team, because I really think that there's something that they can do here to make a little bit of money, recurring revenue, which is what, let's face it, I work in the software business, and most software teams, and you've seen this with games and everything, it started with games, let's be honest, but everything has gone to the recurring charge model versus, hey, you used to be able to go out and buy a program and it is yours for good. Right now they want you to just rent it and buy it by the month. This kind of thing, games do that too. Challenge Ladder, I play the Challenge Ladder in Atlas Earth, and a number of other games have this, and it basically encourages people to log in, play through the game, a certain portion, a new portion of the game, pay a little bit for it, but also get some rewards for it. I think it's a bonus for everybody. So that's my thoughts on it. And I've talked about this in the past. I played through the story. I got to play through the storyline last night, and I did a video on it that I dropped last night in case you didn't see it. I did a full walkthrough. I didn't think that the tutorial was overly hard. That last battle was a little bit tricky, but it wasn't made to be hard. It was made to teach the new player about each different thing about the game, about the basics of the game. So in that, I think that it worked out. And then that last mode, or that last rung, that last challenge chapter, I think it taught you that it really matters what cards you pick and where you put them. Even if you have a very limited set of characters to choose from, it matters who you choose and where you put them, because you could win in this case just because one character was one slot ahead or behind when you should have put, so. Okay, let's see who else is in the chat. Martin Ray's here. Welcome, Martin. Thanks for dropping by. The People's Guild's here. Oi. Crypto Beaver. I almost said Crypto Geaver. Said the new campaign mode is really well done. Looking forward to book 2 release. Awesome learning tool for new players. Yeah, but I'm thinking that this goes way beyond, just teaching new players. I think they could do all kinds of things with this. And I think we've talked about this in the past with the monthly subscription, stuff like that. And it's not that I want to pay more, but if I'm getting value out of something in a game, I will pay. So if you say, hey, there's a special card that you can earn each month by working through the story mode, the campaign mode, and doing this month's chapter, and it's $10, and I look at that and I'm like, cool, I'll pay the $10. That's a little bit of money for the team. They design one card, design whatever the story is for that month and the challenges, and you work through them. It gives us something to play. It gives us something to benefit out of it, a card or something or other, and the team makes a little bit of money on it. So I like that idea, and I've taken part in that in numerous games. I can't even tell you how many games have that built in at this point. It's something that came around when the whole idea of free-to-play games came out. Yeah, I'm an old school guy. I remember going out and just buying games and you just played them. And then it was a big thought process change when games started charging for a monthly subscription. People were like, oh no, I can't be paying, whatever, 10, 12, 15 bucks a month to play EverQuest or whatever it was. I know this is a little bit of a rant, but I was always on board for it. I love those type of games. And my reasoning was always this. Everybody has a budget that they assign for their what they do in their off time, for their free time, enjoyable, relaxation time. It used to be going out and seeing movies or going bowling or going shooting pool and drinking a few beers or something like that. These days, I don't do really that a lot, Most of what I spend is in front of my computer, and it's been that way for a while. So the reasoning is, I could go out and see a movie and take my wife out to see a movie, and it cost me what, $15 a ticket. That's $30 for both of us. And then if we get, God forbid, we get a $15 popcorn or something like that. I could pay $15 and subscribe to a game on a monthly basis and get a lot more playtime out of it than the 2 hours I spent in the movie, right? So just my argument for taking that in a different direction. Hey, look, it's 11:38. You know what we got? Thanks to Blaze for sending some packs over. We got some packs to send over. In the chat, say hashtag I play Splinterlands. Get your name in for a free standard Conclave Arcana pack right now. We've only got a couple minutes. I want to benefit those who stop by the show early. So hashtag I play Splinterlands. Get your name in on a fast giveaway for a pack. While people are doing that, we'll jump back into chat. Let's see. Crypto Beaver liked the campaign mode. Wibble's here with the big Wii. DeHaas is in the house. Good morning. Thanks for dropping by. KGM Jam is here. Says hello, Bronze Dragon and everyone. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, let's see here. We got some people entering, and I got a pop up right in the way of everybody's chat. Let's see here. So we got KGM Jam. We got Supreme. We got DeHaas. We got International Travel Channel. We've got Crypto Beaver. We've got Magic, Gathering the Magic. We've got the People's Guild. We've got Joffrey Jones. We got Hardy Stonefish. What a name. I like Hardy Stonefish in low mana matches where you need a tank for 1 or 2, a little bit of mana. Wibbles here. TX Racers here. Love to see new names. King Universe. Brandon Dove. Thanks for dropping by, Brandon. Matlog Videos. Rubinsky. Good old Rubinsky. Okay, let's do it. Anybody see, I think, okay. Anybody see that their name is missed? Going once. Going twice. We're spinning. I wanted to hit an early one to benefit those who stop by early. Hey, look at that. TX Racer wins the pack. Hey, TX Racer, let me know in chat what your Splinterlands name is, your hive name. And we will send you over a pack. Once again, TX Racer, let me know what your hive name is in chat. And I'll send you over a pack. And I've got a pack to open today, too. My weekly gold foil. Okay, so it's the same name. Okay, let's go over here and go into... Let's see here. Okay. So we're going to transfer TX Racer. And we got one. Just double checking the name before I send it. Okay, and while we're on the thought process here, I want to go into the shop and buy my weekly alchemy pack. I put some credits in there. I'm not having any good luck with that new bridge. Anybody having good luck with that bridge, buying DEC or anything? Confirm. Okay. I'm buying my weekly alchemy pack. I bought 2 new gold foil Archons. Okay, so I already had one set this week, this past week. And I was, let's go just kind of while I'm thinking about this, gold foil Archons. So I had, you can see that I leveled up my Bella and my Razzie this week from level 2 to level 3. So I'm doing this slowly because these gold foils are not cheap. And you can see that the prices have really went up. So these, actually this has not went up so bad. But the other day, we'll take a look at, let's go to Peak Monsters and go to Card Market just while I'm thinking about this. Gold foil, Conclave Arcana, and they really need to change the name from Summoner to Archon here. Let's see, 13. Actually, the prices have fell back down. I was looking at prices when I bought my Razzie and my Bella a couple days ago. Oh, actually, no, I'm looking at high bids. So, so this Kalia is at 13, not too bad. Gorga is at 14, not too bad. Fife is at 15. So I think I bought my initial set around $12. Razzie has really went up, and Bella has really went up. So my guess is people are, I guess Razzie and Bella are becoming kind of the favorites. But yeah, I'm going to. So my overall goal is to slowly level these up to level 4, which is going to be max level silver or whatever they call it now. And I've been participating in my guild brawls, taking up that bronze brawl slot, gold foil. Okay, That was my goal. But I've noticed that we don't have a bronze modern gold foil slot for the brawls, only a wild. So I've been playing the wild, and I've been doing pretty well at it, because I've got a smattering selection of older cards in gold foil that I've been able to use. But I've been taking advantage. I like Razzie. I think Razzie is my favorite new one. Let's jump back into chat and see what everybody else is doing. So I sent that one over to TX Racer. We gave away a card pack. We're going to stick around. We're going to be giving away some more card packs. So once again, shout out to Blaze and the Splinterlands team for sending some packs over to give away. Let's see here. I'm scrolling back since before we started the giveaway. Martin Ray says, "Hi, Bronze. I watch your Atlas Earth stream and clip and know that you do a Splinterlands." Yeah, love Splinterlands. I started this channel years ago playing Splinterlands, and I just I love playing the game, and I haven't stopped covering it. What is the game about? So someone's that's never played. Okay, so in a nutshell, Splinterlands is a collectible, tradable card game, much like Magic the Gathering, something like that. Pokemon. You collect cards, you open packs, you collect cards, you level up your cards, you play against people, and you it is a crypto game. It is a Web3 game. You can play it for free, or you can put some money into it, and you can win or take away a profit off of what you win, right? So that's it in a nutshell. I have tons of videos about it, and there's a number of other streamers. Gathering the Magic, who's here on the chat, he has a channel over there that he talks about it on a weekly basis as well. So you can see here, I lost this last one, but you can see this one. I won 5.7 SPS. Okay, and SPS is one of the main tokens in the game, and I also won 1,200 glint, and glint is another thing you can take away from. It's something you earn from playing, and you can turn around and take that and go into the shop, and then you can buy other things like cards to improve your deck, and a number of other things. So I'm waiting for them to put some new exclusives in, because these titles have been sold out for quite a while, and we discussed a while ago, they initially said that they were going to cycle things in and out of the shop. Hasn't happened as frequently, I guess, as people had wanted. The last thing they put in the shop was the gold foil variant. So anyway, there's a number of different ways you can earn, but it's basically for people who like to play card games, right? You can play collectible card games. So that's it in a nutshell. The People's Guild said, "Did everyone get the same foundation cards handed out?" I don't know. I assumed it was the same set. I did not play on... I have not went through it on this account. I did go through it for the video on my free-to-play account. And let's go into... Let's clear this and go into foundations. So I'm assuming everybody got the same set, because there's a certain number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's interesting. I would assume that there would be the same number of cards for each element. I forgot what the new word for Splinter was, but these are what I got when I played through it. So, okay, let's see here. Paul Taylor's in the house. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Rubinsky, good morning. The People's Guild said, "Played my bronze silver modern deck today and ran into a ton of foundation cards. Great to see them everywhere so early." Yeah, I mean, they're going to be useful. I've seen a few of these that would be useful, and especially considering that they're bringing more of the racials into the equation, because we have these racial summoners, and it would help to have, like, I know I saw a couple dwarves and some orcs in here. So, and they'll be more useful when we get to the point where we can level them up, right? And not just play at level 1. DeHaas says, it's a great introduction, and I'm glad they included some glint for completing stuff. Yeah, that was nice. I think it was 1,100, a little bit to spend. So that's a good viewpoint. DeHaas is relatively new to the game. So yeah, definitely a good addition, I think. And like I said, I'm looking forward to where they go from here. Supreme Victory Studio says the team's dropping campaign mode with the Foundation set is just another example of them doing Foundation a fantastic. I said Foundation instead of fantastic job. They've been talking about it for a while, but I think it's a great addition. And like I said, I think they addressed 2 problems with one mode, so to speak. International Travel Channel is here. Guten Tag. Good afternoon to you. Over in Europe. The People's Guild says, what y'all's thoughts on the Arcanes, other variants getting made available to free-to-play folks? I did not know that the Arcanes and other variants were being made to, as far as I know, you have to buy a pack. And if you buy a pack, you're not free to play, right? To get an Arcane, you have to buy a pack. Correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. International Travel Channel says, the People's Guild, yeah, I'm playing the campaign with all my alts to collect the Foundation cards. Well, they did say that in the future you can unlock them. But you know what? They allowed us to unlock some of the other cards, and I didn't unlock a whole lot of them just due to the cost involved, right? So I think that somebody had mentioned in Discord that there was a huge spike. I'm looking to see if I can go back, and Wibble had mentioned that there was a huge spike earlier in the battles played, which I don't know if that looks like it might be something went wrong with the algorithm or something like that. He had mentioned this earlier, and we were speculating on it. So there's a huge spike in accounts over the last couple days, and a huge spike in the battles played. So I don't know. Maybe people jumped on with bots and created a bunch of bot accounts to get all the free cards. But once again, if they allow us to unlock them, there's still going to be some kind of cost involved, which the people that are trying to drain the resources from the game, the bot armies, they're not going to pay for that. So it's interesting, but I'd like to get a statement. If anybody, Blaze, if you're listening, if you can get a statement from somebody on the team, what that's due to, it would be interesting. Okay, I know I'm falling behind in chat. Gathering says, good morning, grabbing the gold Archons. Yeah, I'm slowly collecting them. If anybody's got any extra gold Archons, send them over. Crypto Beaver says, no black foils yet. Been trying. I still only have the one, but to tell you the truth, since that initial pack opening I did, I have only been opening the one gold foil pack per week, which I do here. Speaking of that, let's go ahead and do it. Let's open up I keep forgetting what the name of it is. Arcane Alchemy pack. Okay, so I've got enough potions, and in fact, I've been buying black foil potion or midnight potions. Let's go ahead and just open one. See what I get this week. Okay, cross your fingers for me. Standard pack. Here's the gold foil, guaranteed gold foil. It's a Steppe Stalker Orc. Portly Cannoneer, Stampeding Calf, Calabash Sage, and Sarasanct Shanker. So, did not get my money out of that, I don't believe. Okay, well, it's a weekly thing. So much for that. Okay, let's see here. Gathering says all the gold foil commons are super cheap. Only need 5 to max silver. Jason B channel is here. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Rubinsky says at the Jason B channel, you're the reason why I bought Tofu and Venka. Best investment ever. Yeah, Tofu is still pretty strong, although I think he's lost some strength since Conclave Arcana has been released. But still a strong summoner. I don't play nearly the very high in modern, but I've heard people talk about it, and I think let's go to the market and buy cards. Modern Archons. So I've heard mentioned that the Squirrel Riskrel Draft has increased in strength as far as in the New Modern and also Cryptic. So that's what I've heard. Tofu's still going for quite a while. Let's go back to regular foils. Yeah, Tofu's still going for $60 a pop. Cryptic's going for $30 a pop, and the Squirrel's going for just under 20. So all good cards. You just have to know how to use them, I guess. Let's see here. Our Faded Glory Plays is here. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. I see that you dropped a video last night or the other day about opening some cards. Welcome to the Video Makers Club. Video Makers Anonymous, or not so anonymous, I guess. Gathering says, do you have your common and rare rewards maxed out for silver in gold foil? No, I don't. In fact, I just have a smattering. Let's go to card collection, reset, rebellion, and rewards. And let's just look at gold foils. Yeah, seeing as how over the time period for my reward set, I have not been concentrating on gold foil. A lot of them are at usable and at the appropriate level for silver. So I don't really think I have to work on my gold foils a whole lot. It might help me. I had given some thought to it. In other words, switching over to pulling gold foils like you were, instead of standard foils. But at this point in time, I think I'm going to keep concentrating on my regular foils, and my commons I've just started to max out. There's 2 of my commons which I recently maxed out. In fact, I might be able, let's go ahead and I got some over the last week in some chests, so let's go ahead and combine. Let's see how many max. I'm at that point where I'm starting to max out my commons. Okay, so I have 1, 2. Okay, so I still only have 2 maxed out, but I'm getting there. I feel like I want to max out my standard set, and then if I have extra, I'll look at buying some gold foils. But I have enough to where I'm playing. I have enough to play in the bronze silver area where I am currently. So good point though. Splinter Metrics is here. That's a new name. Thanks for dropping by. Says, do we think bots are already exploiting campaign mode? 60K cards in circulation for Foundation. Well, those charts that Wibble had put on linked this morning seemed that's my only guess. That could be my only guess. Especially if those numbers indicate new accounts and not just people jumping back on to check out the new mode. But then again, I don't think that it's really going to be a way to exploit. I think if anything, they're just exploiting the bandwidth of the company and the team at this point in time. They're going to get those cards and then they're just going to sit there, right? And my thoughts are that when they eventually get to the point of being able to sell them, they will have to unlock them, and there will be a cost involved. And then they'll have to weigh the odds. Is it worth unlocking them? And I think we've seen in the past a lot of those cards, those type of accounts just didn't pay to unlock those because the price versus value just wasn't there. Now, there are going to be some, but, correct me if I'm wrong. I think most of these were commons and rares, and I don't think there was any like legendaries or anything like that. So they were just very kind of low level cards. The idea was teach people how the basics of playing, and I don't think they're overall going to be worth a whole lot. I was interested to see that they had mentioned that there may be packs of those for sale. So, okay, let's jump back into chat. People's Guild says at the International Travel Challenge, just caught your comment. Early favorite element on the cards. Water is crazy with Modern and Ulrich. Magic buff with water is always crazy. Yeah, I love it. You mean not Modern, but in Wild. Yeah, Ulrich, I've said this before, but Ulrich was the first card I bought in the game. Let's reset here, but have to go, yeah. So Ulrich, I have a level 4, and then I have a level 3 that I have delegated. It's just too expensive to level up for me, and I just didn't. I love Ulrich, but it's the first card I bought in the game whenever I was trying to figure out, what was the best value for best bang for your buck. And at that point in time, Magic Water was the king to me. So I love to see another summoner brought in for Water. With plus magic. Pretty cool. But then, my question is that going to deflate the price of Ulrich? On the market. People's Guild says, Water Magic Ambush is the only reason I don't surrender back to basics battles. Paul says, at the People's Guild, Arcane's available meaning what? Do you mean in Ghost card tournaments? Wibble says, do you mean Arcane Foundation cards? Lucky Dwarf's here. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. TX Racer says, standard pack is normal and gold foil only, correct? You can pull anything in a standard pack. A standard pack, you have ratios of pulling everything. So you're going to get at least a rare, and you can get a gold foil, you can get a black foil. The percentage chances in the more expensive packs are higher to pull the black foil. If you buy a legendary pack, then you're going to get a legendary. And obviously on the arcane packs, then you're going to get a gold foil. But you can pull a black foil. In fact, I've seen a lot of people post pulling. You just have a smaller percentage chance in a standard pack. Let's see here. People's Guild say, yeah, I thought I'd heard something about F card variants on someone's stream the other day. Maybe I'm imagining things. How about bots exploit? How would bots exploit them, says Paul. Yeah. Wibble, was that in the Mustache podcast I listened to? You talking about Crypto Stash? Is he covering this game now? Crypto Beaver says, still love playing my max level kitty, but looking forward to a beaver theme Archon. Speaking of that, okay, this is going to have you, I'm going to test who pays attention to what I post, okay? Now, in my video that I posted last night where I covered the new play mode in Splinterlands, the first person in chat that can tell me in all capital letters what character from the new Foundation set I thought resembled a classic 80s cigarette commercial wins a pack. I'll say that once again. From my video last night, whoever can tell me, the first person that can tell me what card from the Foundation set I thought resembled a classic 80s cigarette commercial character wins a pack. Hey, Gathering the Magic coming in strong. Okay. Gathering the Magic gets a card set. Yes, I thought the Spitting Camel reminded me much of Joe Camel from the Camel commercials. So let's send Gathering the Magic over a pack. Hey, Gathering, what account do you want that sent to? Gathering the Magic got the pack. Have to be quick sometimes, and you have to watch my videos. Okay, one standard Conclave Arcana pack going over to Gathering the Magic. Once again, Gathering, appreciate you dropping by on a weekly basis and appreciate the content you do on a weekly basis. Okay, there you go. There's your pack. Good luck. May, what was it? May the odds ever be in your honor. I forget. The statement from Hunger Games. May the odds ever be in your favor. I think that's it. Or may the force be with you. Whatever you want to go with. Okay. Let's see here. People's Guild says Squirrel is some bad vermin, man. That guy is a king in Modern. Yeah, I've heard that talked about. Splinter Metrics says they can earn SPS eventually combine. Yeah, but you have to have SPS staked. You do get a certain amount of SPS staked for a month when you buy the spell book, but after that, it's on you to stake SPS to be able to earn SPS. So somebody correct me if I'm wrong. If they change that, I don't see why they would change that. Let's go back to this screen. People's Guild says, took a chance on one alchemy pack a few hours ago and landed a gold foil Jicky Jicky Woohoo. I don't know what a Jicky Jicky is. Maybe I'm not familiar with that card. Gathering says, I'm buying tons of common draws to grab some gold foil and get my commons leveled. Nice. Yeah, I have, you know what I'm working on? You know what else I got this week? Speaking of that, have you guys all seen this new site that it's an auction site that Aggie and Yaziris, I'm not familiar with this name. I'm assuming Yaziris made the webpage for Aggie. I don't think he's a coder, but these two, Yaziris and Agrode, started a new page this last week, and it's kind of a weird name, a Honex. I don't even know what that is based upon, but you can go over here and you can bid on cards, and there's auctions going on. So it's just another place to bid on cards if you want to get some cards. Either way, I got a new, this is kind of going back on the topic of what we're doing with our collections. So Gathering was talking about it. So I have all of the commons at level 3 or 4, and I have I have all the rares. I bought all the rares, and I'm still collecting epics. But I won a Full and Flame Eye on this new auction site this week. I got it for $10. It was going for on the market for about $13 at the time. What is it going for now? Yeah, so it's still going for about 12 and a quarter. I got it for $10 on the auction site. So I saw it was a little bit above or a little bit below, and I was going to save a few bucks, and I'm still in the mode of collecting all of the epics before I move on to the legendaries. So legendaries are going to probably be cost prohibitive because they're pretty expensive in gold foil. But anyway, that was, I basically bought 3 cards this week. I bought this card and I bought the 2 Archons. So I'm slowly building there. My goal is to have a good gold foil silver deck for modern. So that's what I've been doing this week. Either way, thought I'd mention that because it's pretty cool. So far, you can post cards. There's a good selection of old cards. Mostly, there are some new cards, but I see a lot of people. It kind of looks like people are posting some old cards to kind of sell off and buy some new cards. That's what it kind of looks like to me. But pretty cool selection. If you haven't seen it, it's called honex.com. I saw it when Aggie jumped in chat a few days ago on Discord and kind of posted it. So I don't know. We've talked about this having a true auction type on Splinterlands. Maybe he's trying it out and see how it works out. And maybe this technology might be integrated into Splinterlands in the future. I don't know. But we've talked about having a true the need for a true auction type, and it seems like, I don't know, Otik, this might be another name for somebody popular that we know. I don't know Me Crab. Of course, we know Clove 71. There's been a few of the older names pop up here, but anybody can post as far as I know. That looks pretty cool, but I'm not going to pay $800 for a black foil. It's a black foil Mystic. I missed that. Yeah, I still don't have that kind of cash. Hey, look here. You can have a legendary totem fragment for $55. Anyway, it's a cool new thing you would check out if you want to. So it's just another place to look for cards. So it connected. You can just log into it. And it connected directly with the game, and it pulled the DEC I had from the game, and you can use it. So, and then as soon as I bought, it was sent over to the game, so there wasn't any further action I had to take. Like I didn't have to buy it here and then send it to the game. It just automatically did it, and it was from a different account. I don't know if it. Yeah. I just remember it was from a different account. I don't remember the account. But anyway, it's all automatic if you buy it over there. DeHaas says, I've been dropping my glint on potions and then common draws to fill out my gold foil rewards early. The 10% bonus is great. Yeah, I agree. It's just in the past, speaking to that point, I haven't focused on gold foils. I've used them when I had them, but I didn't focus on them. Whereas Gathering has, for quite a while, been focusing on gold foils, just playing at a lower level than I have. So it's just different strategies. You can play at different levels. And just now, going into the new set, that's just been my new. I wanted to change it up, right? And I don't have the money to spend thousands of dollars to max out my Conclave Arcana cards. I wanted to get into the new set, experience some modern play, and also do something that I thought was needed by my guild. It's harder to play in the gold foil brawls. So if you can fill those in the gold in a guild, I think that's a bonus for the guild, right? So. I'm currently, I was surprised that there was not a modern bronze, right? There was just a wild, but I'm doing pretty well. Let's see. Let's check out the last brawl. So we just finished and I was 7-2. So not too bad. Not the best, but not too bad, right? And this is in, and we took away 6,700 and what are these called again? And then 76 SPS. So I actually have, let's go to, no. I actually haven't spent any glint in quite a while. I do need to buy some stuff, but why don't we buy some stuff? Hey, how about 25 epic draws? Let's go for it. Sure, why not? Let's use alchemy potions. See what I get, just to kind of change things up here a little bit. All right, there's one gold foil. There's two gold foils. Same card, two gold foils. Okay. Love the halfling refugee. Always comes in handy. I thought originally, I thought this was going to be a strong card, but I didn't think it was going to be as strong as what it is. This for 1 mana is a great card. Of course, I love Olivia in the new modern. She's kind of gotten less strong, but I love Thanalorian Blade. A lot of good epic cards, and a lot of people, DeHaas and I were chatting once in a while in Discord as he started recently, and I encouraged him to buy the epics when he could because they were pretty strong. Let's go back and reset, and let's look at Rebellion rewards and then epics. So let's go ahead and do a combine. Might as well. Remember to turn my mic back on this week. Okay, so let's go to standard foil. Still getting used to these new filters. So level 5, some at level 6. Most of them are still at level 5, and this is where I am. I've been concentrating on doing my epics. So once I get these maxed out, then I'll probably flip over to the legendaries, which are doing okay. But I don't buy so many. Let's buy some legendaries. How many legendaries I'm going to buy? Let's buy 10. Buy 1 batch. Of course, use the alchemy potion. Why not? Yeah, I'm falling behind chat. I'll catch back up in chat here in a minute. Let's see what I got. Hey, I almost said it's shaken, but they're all legendaries. Come on, at least 1 gold foil, please. I've been using the Warborn Chieftain more these days. Pretty good tank. I like Gallicus. Of course, love the Surly Drunk. Okay, no gold foils. Let's go back to card collection and then legendaries. So most of them are level 3 and 2. Haven't maxed out one yet, but I've been buying a little bit at a time. Okay, still, yeah, nothing really changed. Level 3 and 2. I still only have Chaos Battle Mage, which I like at level 1, though. Hey, look at that. It's a little bit after quarter after. Hey, in the chat, put hashtag I play Splinterlands. Get your name in for a standard pack giveaway. Hashtag I play Splinterlands. Get your name in the chat for a giveaway. 1 standard pack. Then while people are doing that, I'll jump back into chat and see what's going on. Yeah, Gathering says, may the odds be ever in your favor. That is correct. That's what I was trying to remember. Our Faded Glory Place says I've got to stop buying. The People's Guild says Jicky is Jickarilla. Of the rhyme, I believe. I would love to get one of those. Hardy Stonefish. Lucky Dwarf. Grubinski. Crypto Beaver is in. Crystal's here. Hey, Crystal, thanks for dropping by. 11J, KGM Jam, Jason B channel. Joffrey Jones, Mystic Force is here. My Financial Journey. Paul Taylor. Okay, we'll take a minute here. If you don't see your name up there and you want your name up there, put hashtag #IPlaySplinterlands in the chat. Get your name in the drawing for a standard pack. And once again, thanks go out to Blaze and the Splinterlands team for sending over some packs to give away. Once again, if you don't see your name up there and want it up there, hashtag #IPlaySplinterlands. We'll give it one more minute. And then we'll jump back into chat and see what I missed. Okay. We'll spin. Well, unfortunately, DeHaas, you were a little bit late. And it looks like the People's Guild. People's Guild, let me know what account you want this pack sent to. What's the energy drink? I drink sparkling ice with caffeine. It's got vitamins and caffeine in it. I found that I can tolerate these, no sugar. But I switch up with coffee. People's Guild won the pack. So what account would you like this sent to, People's Guild? I always double check with people. And the People's Guild provides content as well on Splinterlands. Bjangles does interesting interview type podcast style. Let's go to open and let's go to okay. One card pack going over to Bjangles. Okay, enjoy and may the odds ever be in your favor, Bjangles. Wibble says mustache for the win. Okay, let's look back up in chat, see what everybody else was mentioning. Yeah, I would love to have a Jicarilla in the rhyme. Maybe one of these days. Yeah, I agree. It's our Faded Glory Play says it's a great looking card. Oh, my financial journey says a HONEX stands for Auction House Online Exchange. Okay, well, yeah, I didn't know that. Brian Wu says win conflict. The People's Guild says really rubs me the wrong way that Mooncarts, GLS, etc. lie dying with our community's investments, but another product gets spun up. Well, I'll tell you the truth. I haven't been following them. I have not been following the other games like that. Once in a while, I'll look in, but I just don't know the status. I've got so many things I'm covering right now that I just don't know what the status is. I haven't heard a whole lot, about that. We've talked about this, doing, having the true auction. And it surprises me that they spun up a separate instance, or they developed a separate instance and not just didn't develop it within Splinterlands. So I'm wondering whether they're testing whatever they're doing over there and going to integrate it in Splinterlands. I don't know. But we've talked about this idea before in the past. So DeHaas says, is it in-game currency only? It is. You bid in DEC, so yeah. So you have to have DEC. Once again, I understand you're between a rock and a hard place. Once again, I talked about this. You know, new players like DeHaas find it hard to get DEC or SPS. It's tough. And this new bridge that they've got going, I haven't been able to get it to work. In fact, I went over to the website and tried to get in, create myself an account and do it, and it just doesn't work. And I've tried it in 3 different browsers. So, you know, let me know what I'm doing wrong. I saw what you said in chat this morning, DeHaas. I just didn't have an answer for you, so I didn't answer. My financial journey says the refugee is awesome for the mana cost. It fits most matches. Yeah, I agree. In fact, there's a lot of matches. Well, I'll stick it up front and put a stronger card behind it, and you let it absorb some of the primary damage before my good card gets, moves up, you know. Joffrey says maxed a bunch of cards and picked up a max GBS for like 300. GBS. I don't know. I don't know what's a GBS. Okay, let's see here. Joffrey says the Conclave Arcana Legendary seem pretty reasonable. Maxed Taylor for like $7 to $8 per BCX. Has Taylor turned out to be a good play card? I haven't played her. Sorry, Tay. Her first name's Tay. And last name's Lore Swift. Scrolling around in chat from before we gave away. DeHaas says, tried using ramp and it doesn't work. I agreed with you. Our Faded Glory Play says, holding DEC is a struggle with land and packs. It is, but you know what? I know, I keep mentioning this, and, you know, I'm not a stakeholder. This is not investment advice. But you know what? One of my favorite things to look at during the day is how much DEC I'm making over here on Splinter Trader, you know. And I've continued. Let me see if I can pull up my spreadsheet. So I've got 409,000 over there now, and I have an investment of 350,000. So I've earned, 50, almost 60,000 DEC off of that, but that is since the end of January. So it's been several months, but I like to I like to see earnings of DEC on a daily basis. What can I say? Gathering says Splinter Trader has been lower lately, but I'm selling a lot of cards through it. Yeah, it's one of those things that I'm not selling any cards. I'm just invested in it, and it's bringing in a certain percentage. I've been getting a few hundred DEC per day. And like I said, not investment advice. I just love seeing that DEC coming in on a daily basis. And my overall plan is to get it high enough to where I can get to a certain point and on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, bring some DEC back into the game and then just buy a pack. Like once, I would love to be able to cover my purchase of my alchemy pack on a weekly basis just off the DEC I earn on Splinter Trader. But it comes and it goes, right? You can see one day if it finds one really good deal and resells that card, then you can make a huge profit. But most days are going to be lower. It just takes that one day to throw a lot of profit into your pocket though. But I like the idea. It's the whole idea is there's so many people using bots out there. Why can't I take advantage of using somebody's bot as well? The same reason why I started using Archmage to play the game. People's Guild says Tay is great. So that's good. I might have to look into playing her a little bit more. Our Faded Glory Plays says, have you modified the Splinter Trader bot or I just let it roll? I haven't been selling anything. I think Gathering has gotten into it a little bit more. I only have about 7K in Splinter Trader right now. Yeah, I have a lot. In fact, I put that in there in January, looking forward to buying Conclave Arcana packs, and I just couldn't pull the DEC out because I wanted to keep making DEC. You know, love to see that come in on a daily basis. I update my spreadsheet every night when I come home from work. Gathering says, if it buys a card I want to keep, I just cancel the trade. Nice. Gathering says, I pull out profit once I hit 10K extra. Nice. Well, it's the bottom of the hour, so I appreciate everybody stopping by. Hope everybody enjoyed the pack giveaways. We have more packs because he sent a few more over, so we'll be giving them away next week. So stop by next week, Saturday, at the same bat time, same bat channel, 11:30 Eastern time, where we talk about Splinterlands for about an hour. Once again, I appreciate everybody dropping by. Please leave a like and subscribe on the video. And I'll see you next week. And until then, I'll see you in Splinterlands.